Welcome to week 1 of 3 of our new coverage of Star Wars Visions.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Thanks for the follow.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Wizard episode of the Empire Radio Podcast. I'm Andrew.
I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And yes, like we said in the intro, we are talking Star Wars Visions. This is week 1 of 3. And if you liked Visions, this is going to be great for you. If you didn't, maybe you'll learn to like it after.
Hopefully we'll convince you to maybe like things a little bit better.
Yeah. So today we're talking about we're just going to go in order. We're talking about the first 3 episodes, the Duel, Tatooine Rhapsody, and the Twins. So we're going to be talking about these 3. It's going to be nice and chill. We're just going to have a discussion on each of the episodes because they're on the shorter side of what we're used to covering. So we're going to do 3. Hopefully that'll be a nice, full, exciting episode. But first,
Ooh.
I have two things I want to say.
2 things. Oh,
Two things. First and foremost, I feel robbed. I feel robbed because last week.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Mhm.
I know where you're going with this.
I've got a bone to pick with Aspire, the game studio. Isn't that the name, Aspire? That's doing Kotor. I could have gotten that wrong. Anyways, I have a bone to pick with them because coincidentally, air quotes, 2 days after I said on live podcast recording, so it's immortalized in audio format, I said something along, I'm paraphrasing, I don't care about the new graphics, just give me a port on Switch of the regular Knights of the Old Republic. Like, I don't even care about the graphics. I just want to be able to play it. Just let me relive this so that I don't have to do it on my computer again. Because that's how I played it the first time. And not 2 days later, I think the first person was Tanner.
Good old Tantan.
Yeah, sent me a message like, bro, did you see that KOTOR's coming to Switch? And I was like, wait, what? And I looked it up, and lo and behold, that Thursday morning after we recorded, they announced that they're bringing the original KOTOR to Switch, and it's coming in November. It's November 11th.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like around the corner. So everyone knows what I'm going to be doing in November. It's going to be great.
I mean, you spoke it to life.
So what did I tell you to do instead?
Yeah.
Or also, I should say.
So we also, whoever's listening to this that can help with this problem, we also need $5 million.
Yeah.
$5 billion, honestly. Let's just shoot for the stars here. Just, you know what?
Just $1 million.
We need Jeremiah to win the Powerball, honestly.
I got my ticket. I just bought before. Fun
There we
story.
go.
They changed the Powerball to 3 drawings a week now. I didn't know that so I had to play again last night.
What's your Venmo, Daddy?
And guess what? I won $4 last night.
There you go.
Big boy.
So only $499,999,996 to go.
Yep. But
if only $4 was what they would take out of the tax for that when you win it.
Yeah.
If Uncle Sam doesn't know about it, they can't take taxes.
Oh!
Hey, yo.
You heard
but
it
yeah,
first.
I know that they probably had planned to release it on Switch for months. But my story is that they heard it on air and they did it as a result of
Well,
this.
they stole my idea for Bad Batch. All my ideas. They stole your idea. So Drew, you're up. What do you?
What do you think? What would you like to see in Star Wars? Because someone is obviously listening to our podcast and letting us.
I mean, I feel like I wanted Boba Fett to be Mando and Ahsoka, and we didn't think that was going to happen.
That is true.
I did say that, and it did happen.
And Thrawn.
And Thrawn.
That's true.
So maybe I already used my good luck. So if that's the case, then we are out.
Anyways,
Jeremiah already did most of his. And...
yeah. So yeah, luckily KOTOR is coming to Switch November 11th. It's the original.
I think what's funny about that too, Andrew, is that like a lot of people thought that we went over that because we went over last week's episode because of the relaunch of KOTOR, but you actually were planning that before. So
yeah,
it's like multiple things. They're just constantly listening to it. You know?
Yeah. Well, I actually was planning it because I knew it was going to be coming out on Switch.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, that's definitely the reason.
You're a Switch insider.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited. This has anything to do with Star Wars, but the N64 on the Switch, all those games that are coming on N64.
Oh wait, really? That's a thing?
Yeah, it's if you do the Switch online program,
yeah,
you get those older games, and they're doing N64 now. So you get like there's like one of the Mario Karts, and then you got like all those old N64. I just hope they do GoldenEye. If they do GoldenEye,
oh yeah,
oh man, game over,
dude. Yeah. Oh, you know what I want? Oh, you know what I want to play again? Pokemon Stadium.
I don't know. I know the original Pokemon Snap is going to be on there.
Is it really?
Yeah. The original.
Oh,
is that the photographer one?
Yeah.
Dude,
I got the new one. It's pretty good too.
Yeah.
But the old one was really good. And you can buy for $50. You can buy an N64 controller.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing that. But
I know, but still.
But do you get that if you pay for the online, like the $20 for a year? You get it with that?
Yeah, you get it with that, and I think you get the older ones too. So the N64, and the NES, and the Super Nintendo games as well. I think they're all still on the online
for the rest of the week.
We might need to talk because I think you can do a family plan.
Hey yo,
and we might need to talk.
Cue a Dom meme of family.
Family.
It sounds like a YouTube edit part. Jeremiah.
Yeah, that would actually be great if you could just put my lips on his face.
Star Fox in 64.
That kind of sounded a little weird, but okay. Anyway,
you know what I meant. Speaking of family, my second announcement, and this is honestly, no, guys, seriously, no. I'm not having a kid.
Okay.
Gosh.
I got excited for a second. I was like, announce it on live, surprise. Oh
no.
Whew.
Gosh.
My heart would start racing right there.
You guys, no. It's probably never gonna happen.
Okay, well, just keep going.
Anyways, speaking of family, this is just gonna be a flex, okay? But I'm excited about this, especially because Drew and I will be able to share an experience in March. I'm going with my family to Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, let's go!
Where's the button? Is it gonna be static or is it gonna work?
It's gonna. There we go.
In March?
There we
you
go.
said in March?
Auto repeat.
Yeah. All right, we're done.
All right.
Goodness.
In every episode, we want at least one or two of those, and we got 5. So that's awesome.
They're all. I actually had to get rid of it for it to stop. So
okay,
there we go. There's our air horns for the day. But yeah, fun fact: we were talking about hunting right before this, and before we started recording, my father-in-law was going on a hunt, and my mother-in-law was just gonna be like chilling in Florida. And while he's doing the hunt, she's not going on the hunt with him. And she was already planning on like going to Disney and Universal. And I jokingly was like, when are the dates? We should just come down and go with you. And then one thing led to the other. And now we're definitely going. So,
dude, that's awesome.
I got the
excited
app
for the vlogs.
Dude, I for sure.
You're definitely going to edit that video because that's going to be a lot of footage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna
Dude,
vlog and then just dump the footage on you.
I'm
I
so
don't know. I'm
excited.
the video guy, so I don't
Andrew,
know.
if you don't cry, I might.
I'm
be
probably gonna
disappointed.
cry.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I am for sure gonna get on the list for Savvy's workshop because, like, look, I know
You have to. You have to.
I know the lightsabers aren't the highest quality,
Tanner's not in here. You can say positive things,
but
about
like
those
100%, I just want the experience. I want that experience. So I'm gonna save up. I'm gonna do the whole thing. Probably gonna save up some extra money to buy some souvenirs because we're driving, so like I can just buy a bunch of stuff.
Well, I might have to send you some money to pick me up some stuff.
Yeah. We can talk about it, but yeah. So we're doing that, and then we're going. I think the two
Maybe
places.
David down there,
huh?
Meet up with David. And
oh
Lexi.
yeah, I could actually.
Could have a fun little meetup.
A mini.
I know we're planning on going probably next December, but we were gonna go this December, but no.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so we're literally, so we have 2 days free. We're literally doing that and then going to Harry Potter World. Those are the only two things, which honestly, those are the things that I care about the most.
Are you gonna go to both for Harry Potter?
Huh?
You have to get a hopper for Harry Potter. We can talk after.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, but yes, the goal is to do everything Harry Potter and everything Star Wars.
Empire Radio Convention. I mean, we want to one day.
Yeah.
Someday.
Have a meetup. But
so there are my announcements. There it is.
All right.
So visions. Let's that felt like a little like old times where we talked a lot before we got into the episode content back in the day.
Usually we do that before we push record, but whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, no, that was sweet.
Oh yeah, I just looked down at the chat. You have to do it like 6 to 8 months ahead of time. So
probably doing now, though.
I looked and it looked like I could only schedule it out into November. But maybe I need to look in a different spot. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
For you.
Anyways, so visions. Let's talk about visions. So we're going to be covering 3 episodes, like we said earlier, and let's just dive into the duel, shall we?
All right.
Okay. So first and foremost, I have actually not seen all the episodes yet.
Ooh.
Huh?
How far did you get?
We jumped around. Micaiah and I jumped around. Because we've been watching it like when we have like over breakfast or like during a quick lunch break. Because like the episodes aren't long enough for us to like sit down. Like you can't sit down and get invested in it for a few hours. Like if you're planning on having that time, like for us, we have other shows that like they're mostly K-dramas, but like we have like these super long shows that we've been investing tons of time in, which by the way, if you're of the age where it would be appropriate for you to watch, because it's kind of gruesome, Squid Game on Netflix is freaking.
Is it good? Because
bro, it's
I was
so
thinking
good.
about watching it, and I've heard
it's crazy. Like
okay,
the stuff that happens in that show
tonight.
Your jaw drops and you're like, did they really just show that on camera? Dude, it's crazy.
Really?
So 100% would recommend that. Anyways,
like as good as Kingdom.
Okay, it's a completely different feel, but yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah, there's a more shock value.
Would Stephanie be scared of it though?
No.
Are you sure?
As long as she's okay with people dying.
Oh, yeah, probably.
But I would say Kingdom is more intense in like a more prolonged, like story-driven way. This is just like out of nowhere shock value. Just boom, you're hitting something.
Yes, yeah. That's what I need in my life right now.
Anyways, so all that to say, I haven't seen them all yet. I have seen these 3. I've seen the 3 we're doing today, and like 1 or 2 other ones. So I mean, obviously, I'm gonna watch them all before we cover them. Yeah. But I've been taking my time. I didn't want to sit down and just binge it. And so, but I have seen these 3. I've seen the duel the most times. If that's any indication, excuse me, of how I feel about this particular episode.
Well, I think I don't want to say which one's my favorite, but you definitely have to see them all before you can make like a definitive decision. I think
I'm going to tell you that it is going to be really difficult
to beat this one for you.
To beat this one for me, because
this one, the Ninth Jedi yet?
Not yet.
Oh,
I will tell you. Listen, I'll tell you that this one this one hit the feels button for me
It's
because it's just like an old black and white samurai movie. Like they got the film grain on it. Like
it's
the title had that same vibe to it with the way that they had done the font. Like the shading on the characters really, really like resembled those harsh shadows that they used to get when you were filming on film and then in black and white, you know? Like, oh man, artistically, it was a treat. It was a piece of cake for me. Like a good piece of cake.
Ice cream cake?
Yeah. What are you for everyone who's listening, you fill in the blank
What
with
kind
whatever
of
cake is
is
your favorite. That's what it is for
Jeremiah?
me.
Carrot cake. No? I don't know.
That's my sister's favorite kind of cake, but it's not mine.
You heard it here first, folks.
What's your favorite kind of cake, Jeremiah?
Yeah, what is your favorite kind of cake?
I don't know. It's any cake can be a good thing as long as it's done very well. Like I think chocolate cake is probably default. It's hard to go wrong, but
true.
but
I do
but
love a
carrot
good
cake can be good.
cheesecake.
Vanilla cake can be good. Marble cake, ice cream cake. I love cheesecake, but that's a different category of thing.
True, but
That's
so is ice cream cake though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a different category too.
Nah, that's cake.
What?
Okay, if ice cream cake is
Okay,
cake, cheesecake is for sure cake. Anyways, what we were talking about is
Not
visions.
cake.
This is definitely one of those nights, everyone. So we hope you enjoy it. We hope you get
cheesecake or
some laugh. Yeah, we hope you enjoy cheesecake.
Pumpkin cheesecake.
No, I'm not a pumpkin person. I can't do pumpkin. But I digress. Anyways, so I think these Visions episodes were so fun because for me, I didn't have to like focus on what are the overall implications of the Star Wars canon.
Yeah.
For it's like there were times that I actually, and I don't know if anybody else, you guys or anybody listening or watching felt this way, but there were a few times where I was like, wait a second, that's not the way that's supposed to work. Or like, wait, that's weird. And then I'm like, whoa, chill, dude. Just take a deep breath,
just go
let
with
it go.
It's anime.
And just go
anime.
with it. And like, I really enjoyed the duel. Like so far, this is by a landslide my favorite episode. Because of, I mean, the music is beautiful. The art style is gorgeous. The action is great. Like, I don't know. It's a perfect short Star Wars film, in my opinion. It's like 100% 10 out of 10 for me. But I enjoyed these episodes, all the ones that I've seen so far, because of their short nature, and it's a story. It's like a one and done story. Well, for the most part. Because I did see Akakiri, and the way that one ended, I was like,
yeah, I don't think all these are one and done.
They might not be, but they feel like they're trying.
It does say season 1.
Yeah,
just
I know that they're at least, the goal was to kind of wrap them up as much as possible in 13 or 17 minutes or whatever. So, yeah, I've really enjoyed them. But when it comes to the duel, like,
should we all say our overall experience before we start breaking down the episode?
Sure, if you want to do that.
I don't know.
Go ahead, go for it.
Go, Drew.
No, Drew, that's you. That's you, brother.
Well, okay. So I watched all of them twice in a row.
It's like 4 hours of time, dude.
One dubbed and one subbed. I mean, dude, I don't do anything right now, so watch TV, okay? Right. Like, I'm literally home 24 hours.
I 100% watch them all subbed. The ones that I've seen so far, they're all subbed.
Okay, yeah. I watched them dubbed and subbed. I watched it all through one subbed, and then watched it all through dubbed in one sitting. These three, like, two of them are like my top 5, but neither of them are my favorite episode. But overall, yes, I do think you should watch them subbed and dubbed, because the dubbed acting is really, really good too.
I'm sure it is, but
some of those voice actors are really good, especially for the twins. I like both of those main actors.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the girls from one of the main girls from Community, and then the guy twin is the guy from How I Met Your Mother, Barney or whatever. So, just really
Patrick.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris. Yeah,
I forget the girl's name.
He's the boy twin.
Yeah, he's a boy. Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Did you see who was the lead singer in the Rhapsody one?
Yeah, I did. What's his name?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon. Yeah.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, it's
that's amazing.
It's really cool,
bro. The Japanese
the song in Japanese though is way better.
The song in Japanese,
slaps.
I was like,
you need to do a cover of it. You have to do a cover.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like, yo, this is like peak Japanese rock.
It's so good.
Anyway, the duel. We don't want to jump ahead.
Yeah.
So that was my experience, Jeremiah.
So I was kind of, because we saw minimal scenes from the duel in the trailer, obviously, and so
you didn't even think it was called the duel in the trailers.
Well, we were guessing what we probably thought it was, but I thought the art style was going to be more straightforward with black and white, whereas this, like, it looked like it was almost live action with like a filter over it. The way they moved and turned and the shadows moved, it was very like, this is not done by hand or whatever. I thought it was.
It was definitely more 3D than it was.
Yeah. So that was just like interesting to see that style of art with like a 3D animation twist to it. So that was like, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I liked there's two musical scenes when the villain rises. It reminded me of Enfi's Nest. That scene, and then also when they're on the log, you hear like a variant of like Duel of the Fates.
Yeah, it sounded like Duel of the Fates. I was like, oh, this is sick.
Like these two musical themes like drew me in.
Really quickly, have I told you guys the story about Enfi's Nest when I watched Solo?
No.
So I'll tell you,
you misunderstood the name or something?
I 100% misunderstood the name, and I heard Infant's Nest, and I was like, what the heck are they talking about? This is super weird. And they never explain it. You just find out it's this person, and you're like, and I walked out of the theater going, why are they called Infant's Nest? Like, such a weird, like, even for Star Wars, it's weird. Like, and then I realized it later. So yeah. Anyways,
so
musical themes.
Right. So I like that those musical themes kind of, it was like a kind of like a callback in a sense to like the established canon music, even though I don't know how you would say it, but so it pulled that in. But at times I felt like the art style, everything just blurred together, and it was hard to distinguish things. Because it was just like a bunch of chaos at one time, and it was hard to like differentiate the building from the person standing in front of it during the action scenes and stuff like that. So that was kind of distracting at times. I thought it was cool how all the energy based things were the only things that were colored. I thought that was
sure.
Like even the lights throughout like the village were colored.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I'd say it's probably my third.
Yeah,
I think
it's my second, but yeah.
And so, Drew, is your favorite the Ninth Jedi?
Well, I was gonna get to that when we cover that.
Oh, okay. Sure. Never mind. Sorry.
Sure. Yes, it is my favorite. That's right. Yes. You should watch it.
I think that this episode I wouldn't need a second story.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's cool that he has all those red kyber crystals. Like, he's been hunting Sith. So I think it's cool. We're kind of like ask that question. We're like, well, who is he? What has he done? But
at the same time, it's a good ending too. Like, we don't necessarily need more of it.
Yeah, I don't need more of it.
But if we got more of it, it would be cool. Like, we don't need it, but if we got it, yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, I it's interesting that you say that about the art style, Jeremiah, because some of the older black and white samurai films are kind of like that.
Well, just older movies are kind of like that
Where
too.
yeah,
Like,
where you
can't
lose you
you
lose
lose
part of the action. Yeah.
the range.
Yeah. So I one, I understand what you're saying 100%. And two, that was a plus for me because it nailed they like nailed the
The feel of it.
the feel of
Well,
these
right. I
old,
get. Yeah, I get that's what they were going for. I
yeah,
get
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So but I really enjoyed that the minions, like the normal soldiers, um wore different pieces of stormtrooper armor,
I thought that was
Yeah.
really cool.
which
they
is
had stormtroopers. They had
they had
first
a few
order.
different ones. Yeah.
Like I feel like some of them could have been like bits and pieces of clone armor too, helmets,
Yeah.
but like they're hard to tell.
Yeah, there
so.
was like first order. I was like, it's so like it was just like everything.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
But that's what poor foot soldiers did in
Right.
in Japan. Like they would piece
Well,
together random bits of
of
armor. And I thought that was really cool. Like I'm not surprised because obviously it's coming from a Japanese studio, but like I was like, oh, this is super. Like they're really paying homage to
that
all of these
style.
like traditional elements that are in these films and are even historical. So I really enjoyed that. But then on the
Jeremiah, did you watch it all? All of them, I assumed.
Yeah, I watched them all on the first day, and I've watched 6 of them twice, and then the last 3 I haven't
Gotcha.
done again.
yeah, I thought it was cool that on the flip side, the guards for the town were like not they like very much stood out as like not being traditional remotely. Like they were very like a modern anime feeling to me because you had the Gran with the blaster rifle, you had a Tusken Raider with a sniper rifle, you had the protocol like assassin droid with a freaking fully automatic like Gatling gun. The Doug that was in the bottom half of the Viper droid that had all the swords on it.
Yeah.
And then, dude, the Trandoshan,
Yeah.
he was a sick character.
They could make a spin off of him. Like I just want to see
Yeah.
that one.
Well,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the Ugnaught and the other robot outfit too. Was that in this one or
Oh,
was
yeah.
that different? Yeah, I thought it was this one. But yeah, no, it was. I love that. Jeremiah, I also loved that they showed the fan, the umbrella lightsaber thing, but then she took it apart to actually fight with it. So
Right.
it showed that yes, it's not practical for everything, but it was practical for blocking that one weapon.
Oh, and
Right.
how about stabbing through
Oh,
the
that was so
Trandoshan and then
sick.
opening
Oh,
the
But like
umbrella?
that
she
was so
stabbed through
cool.
him without the saber though. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Because that's how much force
then-
power
yeah.
she used.
And then pizza cut him when she opened it.
Yeah.
It was
Dude, that's
awesome.
brutal. Yeah. So I guess for if you're curious, you haven't seen it and you're curious, the basic gist of this story is that there's this Ronin who stops at a tea shop with his droid, who has a cute little straw hat on. I thought that was adorable. And then while he's at this tea shop, a group of bandits led by this, quote, Dark Lord. There we go. Let me use my words. Dark Lord lady. They attack this village because they can. And there's a fight that breaks out between these protectors that we were talking about and this Sith woman and her troops. And then the Ronin shows up, him and her duel. And that's kind of that's the gist of the whole episode. Like the majority of the remainder of the episode is their duel, him beating her, and then the last little part is like he gives one of the kyber crystals to the chief's son because he wasn't the actual chief.
So was the chief sleeping or was he dead?
No, I
He
think
was
he was like
sick.
sick.
Yeah,
He was sick? How did you know he was sick?
because I'm pretty sure he had like a rag over his head.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he was laying there. Yeah,
It was either he was sick or dead, but he was not sleeping.
yeah, he was not sleeping.
Oh, okay.
He wouldn't just be
the
asleep.
Japanese if you like, the Japanese titles are different than what it is dubbed, and it makes it seem like he's more sick.
Yeah, that was the impression that I got. But of course, you know, the whole duel is a really, really cool scene because it's like, yeah, sure, it's a lightsaber duel. There are these really, really cool force moments too, where like he catches her blade in between his two hands as she comes straight down. He catches the blade with the force, which is super cool. There's a moment
She was gonna
where
cut him in half, like
straight up, like just swoop right down the middle. He would have been a goner. And then there's the moment where I think he's about to draw a sword, and he like casually uses a few of his fingers to pick up the droid with the Gatling gun, like the rest of his body, and throw it at her as a diversion, so he can actually like try to slice her. I thought that was really cool. Obviously, the scene where he draws the lightsaber is really sick because of how dynamic and just cool it looks. And then I loved the way the duel ended. I really enjoyed that.
Where he had a hidden blade in his sheath.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
Which makes sense now as to why there's even a sheath. Like it's a more elongated handle for the other blade.
Yeah.
Which also was, I don't know, it wasn't common, but like, for example, one of the characters in one of the best anime of all time, Fight Me, Rurouni Kenshin, has a katana, and then the sheath looks super, super, super long, but it's actually another sword on the other end. It's like I think it was like a katana and a wakizashi, I think, or maybe a little bit longer. I don't know, but it was reminiscent of that for me as well, where there was like, oh, there's another blade, boom.
There's like layers to
his timing has to be really good because he has to pull it out at the same speed that the blade comes out. And so if
that
he does
shows
it
his skill.
I know. So it's like if he's a half a second off, he ruins his second lightsaber.
Yeah.
Well, and I thought it was really interesting that his blade was red as well.
Yeah.
Because like in the trailers, we didn't know if he was good or bad, and even in this, like he is hunting. Like he at the end of it, he shows all the kyber crystals and they're all red. So he's like killing a bunch of these like Siths.
Yeah.
But we still don't really know. Like, we assume that he's not a Sith, and maybe he's just using those kyber crystals for good. I don't know. It's kind of like he's whatever he wants to be, kind of thing. He's not a Jedi for sure.
Right.
She's just like a Lone Ranger who he does what he wants, and he's no Tide, but he does have Force powers. But
yeah, and his hilt, dude, 150%. Give me a Black Series replica of that lightsaber. I would pay big money. Big money for that one.
The rabbit hilt too in the other episode was pretty sick too.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was just it was a treat for me all the way through. I actually rewatched it right before we recorded that one specifically because I liked it so much. So yeah, this reminded me of the anime and the films that originally inspired me to start martial arts when I was much younger, and it captured that essence for me. So nostalgia won for me. What it was a big factor in this one, but also like the action was great too. And it was just really imaginative and really, it was a really fun way to like merge these two very, very, very different worlds, but come out with something that equally represented both, at least in my opinion. So
the chat said that the Ronin kind of reminded him of Maul from Rebels and Outcast Sith.
Yeah, I can see that.
It had that feel to it for sure.
Yeah. It's interesting. So I don't want to give too much away, but I'm reading a book right now. Go figure, it's EU.
Oh.
And it's about it's what spurred on the next topic that I'm going to be doing for EU with Andrew.
Ooh, so yeah, maybe don't say anything.
I know what it is.
Well, Drew, I did put it in our Discord, so you could
You
go
don't
back and
read that
read
stuff.
I probably
that's true.
missed it.
But it is interesting that you say this Outcast Sith and like how this character is similar to Maul, because I agree. I 100% agree. And it's interesting because they're not traditional Sith. Like they've surpassed that, like, oh, I'm just like this super angry evil person, and there's more complexity to their characters, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me a lot of the characters in this novel and in this time period that I'm reading about. So that's a really good comparison, and it's gotten me it's got me thinking a lot lately about how it's like actually making me like the traditional Jedi less. It's interesting. So, anyways, I agree. All that to say, I agree 100% with that statement. So, yeah.
All right. Cool. Oh, and one last thing. Oh, but
go ahead.
the transport that the troopers came in,
Yeah,
it was like a giant mouse droid.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and there was some good gonk action in this episode.
Oh yeah,
There was,
Donkey.
yes.
Riley.
I'm pretty sure it's the same gong droid that we have in Bad Batch.
Probably.
Yeah,
it was the
probably.
first one ever made, so it's like super ancient, and that's why it was faulty in Bad Batch because it was just so
makes
old.
Sense. I was gonna say, speaking of that though, I did really like the concept of how he said when this tea is done boiling, have him fixed and ready.
Like he's done this before.
Like it was really cool. So he knew exactly what timing he needed for it, like the droid and all that stuff. And I thought it was really, really cool.
Dude,
I thought that was a cool concept, and it made it
so
feel
anime.
Yeah, it
like,
was very anime.
It's always like during a training scene, the master's like, I'm gonna turn this hourglass over, and if you can't, or like Naruto, it's like you got to catch the bells. You got to get the bell off of my, out of my belt or something, or like you got to do this in the specific time period, or it doesn't work. And like I don't know,
it was really cool, but like it's probably been done in anime before, the tea thing, but I've never seen it, and I thought it was really, really fun way to like include everything. Like, hey, you have fix my droid by the time this tea boils and like this water boils, and
the droid, the astromech, had some of those. They weren't. So we thought they were like traditional missiles when we watched the trailer, but like they were more like Mando's whistling birds.
Whistling birds, yeah.
It was like a weird in between the two of those. But I thought it was super.
What if
cool.
the Ronin is a Mandalorian?
Ooh.
A force sensitive Mandalorian?
Maybe that's
please.
Maybe that's what's the first Mandalorian Jedi? Something Vizsla, Ta Vizsla,
yeah,
Tar
Vizsla.
Maybe that's him. That's him.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. Anything else on that one?
No.
All right. Well, let's move on, shall we, to Tatooine Rhapsody. This one got my heart going.
I
really
liked
did. It touched my heart.
It was like when I was watching it, I was like, okay, first of all, everyone's gonna assume this is my favorite because
right.
I think it is your favorite.
It's not my favorite. Out of these three, it's my bottom out of these three. It's just because it's on Tatooine. It doesn't make it my favorite.
But it's not just it's Tatooine. It's got your favorite character in like a semi-chibi fashion.
True.
Yeah. So these the character like designs
reminded
me of those little figures that you have, Drew. Like the little cartoony ones are like 2 inches tall.
Oh yeah, like the
They look exactly like the
Funko Pop stuff. Here, I'll show you. I have one right here. The mystery.
Funko Pop. It reminded me of that, like that size of a person.
Like a little...
Yeah, I mean, it's the chibi, like super deformed.
Yeah,
style.
But then like certain angles only though, because then like when you saw Boba, like when they're doing the concert, he was like full size.
Okay, no, he was short. He was shorter. They all. So I remember specifically going, "Is Boba a kid?" But he's not. Everyone's just shorter.
Everyone's
like even Jabba was a smaller scale.
60-year-old Tamora Morrison voicing him, like, oh, he's not a kid.
Yeah,
which is funny because I still have yet to listen to the English.
Cool. You have to listen to both for the music because it's way different.
Bro, I don't want to. When they started playing that song and I heard it in Japanese, I was like, this is it. I have arrived. This is amazing.
The song is way better in Japanese for sure.
So really quickly before we get too far into this, the gist of the story, and this was an interesting twist. I really like
cool
this
story.
There's a Padawan who runs from a battle.
Or runs from Order 66.
It could, well, there were droids and stuff there too, so I don't know if it was like right in the middle of Order 66 or if it was just a battle between clones and droids and he ran.
Yeah.
But he's
running. It almost reminded me like he was running away from it kind of felt like when I first watched it, I was like, is he running away from Anakin? Like, is he running away from getting murdered? Like, he's one of the younglings that escaped? Because it kind of feels like they could be on that planet. Like, it's very city-ish.
Yeah,
Maybe he's escaping Order 66 and trying not to get murdered by Anakin right now.
Yeah, I thought it was Order 66, but also the droids being there. I mean, there were droids there during Order 66, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. He was running from something.
Yes.
And then
he was very scared.
Yeah, he falls through the roof of this, like, speeder bus van looking thing. And there's a hut. This, like, really funny looking hut. And then...
Remind me of Zero.
A little bit, yeah. And by the way, I'm not talking about a hut like the structure, like a literal hut, like the species. There was a hut there, and the whole thing is full of like musical instruments. He ends up becoming part of a band, a 4-piece band, and their goal is to become the best band.
5-piece band.
5-piece.
Can't forget the little droid.
Huts have hair? ?
Yeah, this one does.
This one does.
Yeah, he becomes a part of a band. Their goal is to be the best band in the galaxy, and they're playing a show. Apparently, there's a bounty on the hut's head because he didn't want to be a part of the Hutt family. He wanted to be a rock star, and Jabba
sent Jabba's nephew.
I don't know.
Kind of felt like
I don't know. Maybe. It was part of his family. It reminded me of like all the parents that are like, don't play music. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Come back and join our family accountant business or whatever.
You have to work for the family line.
Yeah. But yeah, it reminded me of that. So Jabba sends Boba after him. They try to run away. Doesn't work very well. He gets taken. And then their master plan. So the dudes, the Hutt, the younger Hutt, is about to be executed
in front of everybody.
Thousands of people. They're in the freaking pod race arena from episode 1. Like, this is stadiums, probably like 50 or 60,000 people. This dude's about to be executed, and the whole plan is that they convince Jabba to let him play one more song with them before he gets executed in front of his bandmates and everyone else on Tatooine.
Well, I mean, it's Tatooine though.
That's true. Bib Fortuna's there.
We used to watch people get hung all the time, you know? Like, it's kind of...
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, it's history.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Bib Fortuna.
Yes.
He was like derpy in a really fun way. But then they play this song, and it's like this big... just like climax moment where they're playing and the people love it, and they're like, what? They're asking him for encore, and then Jabba lets him live.
Yeah.
And it's just heartwarming. So that's the gist of the story.
And the style of it was very anime style, like,
yeah.
I don't know, like when
more traditional.
When I watched it for the first time, I was like, I could watch, like, if this was a show, I would watch this all the time. Like, if this was an anime show, I would watch this weekly. Like, I really enjoyed the art style of it. The colors were amazing.
Yep.
Some of it, when it was like 3D, like when they went into Tatooine, it was a different, like it was beautiful. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was really, really good animation and stuff like that. And the story was really fun. Like, it was just a fun, heartfelt, just cool story. And like how the young Padawan, his lightsaber was no longer a lightsaber, it was his microphone.
Yeah, he turned it into his microphone.
Like, I thought it was really cool. It's very cutesy. Like, I don't know. I thought I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it because like pretty early on, like I started getting really attached to all of these characters.
The
Like,
drummer was sick.
the drummer was really cool, yeah. But like, I love that they had a droid lead guitarist. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
But like, I got a little sad when they were taken when because Boba Fett shows up on this random planet. They try to get away, like I said. He gets in Slave One,
and it seemed like they've got away multiple times.
Yeah.
Like they were saying, like this is like we
Third
haven't been
time.
able to finish a concert for 3 times or whatever.
Yeah. So they get shot down because of Slave One or by Slave One, and then when Boba's taking him away,
Also, you forgot to mention that their ship is also the stage.
The stage, yeah.
Which
It
is
like
pretty
opens
dope.
up. It's like, dude, it reminded me
Like an 18-wheeler.
Yes.
It reminded me of like bands that travel the country and just like play out of the back of the van or something.
Yeah,
or, like
it
set
was
up
cool.
some amps on the street or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I got sad. I got sad when he got taken, and then that makes the ending all the more heartwarming for me, dude. That song in Japanese made me want to just go achieve my dreams and cry tears of joy while I was doing it.
Oh, wow. And now, Andrew, it's time for Jeremiah to tell us how he hates it. All right, Jeremiah, go ahead.
All right, Jeremiah, go ahead.
I didn't hate it.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed it for what it was. Like you guys said, it was a very heartwarming episode. Like I enjoyed it for what it is. It was a good story. It was cool that they were able to convince Jabba to not kill, and because they saying it was basically a business. It was like you can profit from us by basically being our sponsor and like give you a cut of our money. So like that's pretty cool.
So at the end of the day, they're working for the Hutts, but
and
whatever.
My favorite part was when they showed Obi-Wan Kenobi's hut.
Yeah,
not intended. And so so we know that this is before episode 4.
Gosh.
Yes.
And he's on the planet, and
why I think it was
heard the music ring. He heard the music ring because they showed it going from all over the planet. And so I like that Obi-Wan Kenobi was.
Maybe we'll get this in the Obi-Wan series. You'll hear some music in the background.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Actually,
that would be so funny.
That'd be sick.
Hear some Japanese music in the background.
Yeah,
he's fanboying like in his hut.
He has like posters.
Dude, I would too. Their music is so good.
It was good,
bro. It was such a well produced song.
I cannot wait for Andrew's cover of this. As we said,
I might actually do it just for the fans.
You got to post it on our YouTube too.
I'll see what I can do.
All right.
But yeah, dude, it was cool. I love the art style. I like seeing semi chibi Boba Fett.
And honestly, the story was pretty unique and way different than like if they're like, here's some anime, what are you gonna do with it? And they came up with this concept. It's pretty cool. Like it's just a way different concept. And
I'm just saying,
I enjoyed it.
If I had the opportunity to do a Star Wars story,
this would not be.
I would not do something like that.
True. Yes, it is very way out of the park, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, super cool. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in this episode that.
So, you guys kind of seemed like implied that the first planet that they were on was not Tatooine, but it was the same like structures as Tatooine. So it was like,
but it was raining.
I know, so that's why I was confused.
That doesn't happen on Tatooine. Well,
I'm saying it could have, and so like,
why would they have moisture farms if it would rain?
Yeah.
Well, because if it only rains once every 10 years, like you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
It seemed more like a junk planet than it did. Tatooine.
I don't know.
Like I legitimately thought it might have been Braca for whatever reason.
Oh.
But then again, this is also Star Wars anime, and they literally made up stuff.
True.
Like the entire Star Destroyer thing that we're going to talk about in the Twins.
Yeah.
So,
how people can breathe outside of.
But we'll get there.
But droids can't breathe in space.
Yeah.
Anyway, next, do we want to move on to the Twins, or do you need final
Twins? With all this, right now will say go watch it. Just go watch all of them.
Yeah.
Subbed or dubbed, whatever you prefer. I would say watch them both ways and figure out which ones you like the most. Like, for instance, this one, I think you have to watch this subbed because of the music alone. because the Japanese song is so much better.
Yeah.
Is it the same song?
It's the same like song, but then the words feel like they're more in
Right.
place. Like it just
Right.
flows way better.
Yeah, there are things
like Jeremiah,
like-
just go watch the song part. Like you don't need to watch all of it, but
Right.
like you should just go watch the song part because
Yeah.
it's more catchy.
There are things
I don't even know Japanese, and I was like singing along at the end of it. Like
there are
that's how it was
100%
pretty-
songs that sound better in other languages.
Well,
Like
right.
true.
like
True,
there will be
true.
K-pop songs, or I've actually even some of the Japanese rock bands that I listen to, they'll release like an English version, and I'm like,
Well, even when BTS does the Japanese versions of their songs or the
dude,
English
I
ones,
like
and I'm
I like their
they're
Japanese versions way more than some of their English stuff.
Well, that's just because they aren't the best at pronouncing words.
Well, no, I just don't.
I don't even
know.
like their Japanese versions as much as their Korean versions. So
Anyway,
anyways,
visions.
I think this would be a good time to take a break before we hit the last one. And this would normally be where I would make some good or not good segue into.
Not good.
You shut your mouth. Some of them are great, thank you. But I think
like
this
some
is.
of them.
We are gonna do the normal sponsorship part. However,
Ooh,
this is a good point.
Oh,
What?
keep going.
Nah.
Keep going.
This is. I was like, what do you want me to say? This is a good point to make a really exciting announcement. We're gonna officially announce something right here, right now, and we're excited, and you should be too. Because if you were around and you were listening during last fall when we were covering the Mandalorian season 2 and all that stuff, we got to partner with an amazing company called cufflinks.com. We did a bunch of giveaways. We had like a really big grand prize giveaway at the end. It was I looked down at the chat. Andrew's having a baby. I'm not having a baby. So we got to work with Cufflinks. We had a really, really great time. And I'm pleased to announce, we are pleased to announce that we are working with them again this fall. Yeah, sorry, I got rid of it.
He also did 5 of them. So.
Yeah. So we are working with cufflinks.com again. So what that means is that we're gonna have a whole new ad to do. So get hyped for that. That's in progress. But we're gonna have a 20% off code. No minimum purchase. Empire 20 with a capital E. No space. Empire 20 at cufflinks.com will get you 20% off.
That's live right now, right?
It's live right now.
It is live right now. This is your official announcement to say go. And if you're going to spend your money, use our code and do that. So on top of that, we're excited to announce that we're also going to be doing some giveaways. And these giveaways, more information to follow, will be different. So we're not going to do the like, hey, go to the link in our bio thing, sign up, click all the buttons. And no. It's going to be fun. These are going to be really, like, we've already planned them. We've got some really fun ways for everyone, whether you're on social media or not, to get involved and really to make us laugh, to make you laugh, to have a fun time, and it'd be more of a contest rather than a who clicked the button the most times, or like who signed up for the
who made the most emails.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's going to be a lot more fun. Think of this as like the new and improved cufflinks.com sponsorship. So starting next week, we're going to be adding that into the routine, and we're going to be following up with some more information. So get pumped for that. They've got some really, really cool things coming out.
True.
That I know some of you will probably want really badly.
If you were in the Discord, you would already know kind of an idea of what these new items could be, because we announced this in the Discord, was it like 2 months ago or something like that? And so we had our fans vote on different types of items that we could choose from to give away. So it's not our Discord spot yet in the episode, but you're missing out if you're not in our Discord.
Yeah, we literally took that information that we learned from our Discord members and use that to pick the items that we picked for the giveaway. So like it had a direct effect on that.
And if you don't like them, you can yell at the Discord members.
Yeah. Go join the Discord. to yell at the
Yeah,
members.
join the Discord to yell at them,
and then use the discount code to get what you wanted.
There you
Oh,
go.
true.
See, look, it all works together.
Yeah. And we're gonna be doing some more fun review videos and stuff like
True.
that, unboxings
There's gonna
as
be
well.
fun stuff on the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, Jeremiah is apparently planning some like Steven Spielberg
Yeah.
level like.
If someone
review.
doesn't die at the end of his review, I don't know. If
I hired Corridor Crew. They're gonna be doing my visual effects. For this.
Where did you get the budget for that, dude?
It's $5 million that he's waiting to cash in.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Pre-spending that money.
just get pumped. So starting in October, which is next week, through we're gonna be doing stuff through December, the beginning of December. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. And last but surely not least, Old Faithful, tried and true, never fails, always elevates my morning routine. It's time to talk about Wesley Andrews.
Ooh.
And what better way to do that than just hitting a button and letting past Andrew talk about Wesley Andrews.
Young man Andrew.
Young man Andrew. So here we go. Let's just take a moment and listen.
Hey everyone, Andrew here. I'm pleased to tell you that the sponsor.
Really glad that wasn't static.
I was gonna say no static. I was crossed my fingers.
No, we already.
Andrews,
I know.
that problem.
They're an award-winning coffee roaster and shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they make fantastic coffee. The awesome thing is that whether you live in the Twin Cities or not, you can get their coffee beans delivered straight to your door by ordering them online. They even have a subscription service that ensures you never run out of amazing coffee. If you've been looking for some new coffee to try or a way to elevate your normal coffee routine, now's your chance. Head over to wesleyandrews.cc, use the code Empire Radio, that's with a capital E and a capital R with no space at checkout, to get 15% off your first purchase of any bags of coffee or a coffee subscription. I can't think of a better deal. Get 15% off some great coffee, support a small business, and support your favorite Star Wars podcast. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do it.
Palpatine has 85 different pairs of Star Wars socks.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, we were actually talking right before we recorded this, and Drew told us that if you buy $1,000 worth of coffee with our code, he will personally deliver all of it to your door, no matter where you are in the world, and then do his Obi-Wan thing that he does right on your doorstep.
True.
Give you a hug.
And maybe I'll even sing the voicemails.
Ooh.
Thing.
He won't even do that for us anymore.
Well, because you're supposed to cut it and put it over top of the transition.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that perfect take, though.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
Anyways,
drinking lemon and lemon tea and honey or
I'll
whatever.
pre-game.
Yeah, pre-game.
every episode with some lemon tea and honey, so that my throat is on point for the song.
So no, we're not. He's not going to do that. But it would be great. If
I would.
If you did get...
I would do that.
If
someone bought 1,000, you said 1,000 bags?
$1,000.
I would do it. 100%.
Dude,
what?
1,000?
It's going to cost you more money to travel to Africa.
No, it's only in the state. We only ship in state.
I said anywhere in the world, but I mean, I could limit it.
If you're doing it in person, you don't need to ship. You're taking in your luggage.
I would do it.
Dude, $1,000, wouldn't that be, like, would you guys even have enough coffee on hand?
Yes.
How much?
We could fill that order. Are you
dang?
Most bags are what? $20 or something?
We have access to a roaster that can roast 160 pounds at a time.
Oh,
we
wow.
could do it.
Holy crap.
Yeah, we have access to.
Have they ever done that?
Roasters. We haven't had to do it, but it's possible. Yeah.
What?
We could do it. We could easily do it.
160 pounds?
Yeah, that's a full bag of green coffee at once.
Dang.
For one roast. We could do it. So it's possible.
Okay.
And with Jeremiah's $5 million, I could eat $500 million. I can easily fly wherever you guys want me to fly and drop it off. So
Yeah, and also
Let's put it on Jeremiah's tab. That's fine.
yeah,
Flying spirit though.
That's fine.
That's fine. It's not as bad as you think.
During COVID, it's like only like half the people on that plane anyway, so it's fine. Because everywhere else is cheap. So
yeah. Yeah, while we were listening to the ad, the View Twist apparently checked out Cufflinks, and he says they have 85 different pairs of Star Wars socks. So if you were looking for Star Wars socks, like nice ones, these aren't
quality is good.
Did you mention that they have a line of Star Wars stuff, and that's why we're sponsoring them, and the stuff that we're giving away is Star Wars stuff? Did we say that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I would expect that to be implied, but yes. So, really quickly,
they also have a lot of other things.
Yeah,
too.
it's not just for the Star Wars stuff to code. Yeah. You can get whatever you want.
Yeah. So you'll hear this in the ad from now on, but the gist of it is that cufflinks.com is like they make really nice, high quality accessories. So socks, ties, obviously cufflinks, lapel pins, bracelets, other pieces of jewelry,
wallet.
They have like money clips.
Clips.
Basically, they make accessories that are more formal, but like they're really nice, really well designed.
Quality. The quality is super high.
Yeah. And they've partnered with a bunch of brands to like officially license stuff. So this isn't like your knockoff Star Wars stuff. This is like legit. They've got the rights. They're making great products, and it's a great combination of like, because like let's be real. Sometimes you get stuff like Star Wars stuff, fandom related stuff, and it doesn't look good. Or
for instance, when you buy a shirt from Hot Topic and they screen printed it in the back room before.
Yeah. Like it's like stuff that you can't wear out on like a date, like a nice date or something, right? But this is stuff that like they do it in such a way, like the ties are made in such a way that like from a distance you're like, oh, wow, that's just a tie with a really nice print, and then you get up close and it's like, whoa, those are lightsabers. Like it's like a really great subtle way to be like, yo, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Also, I'm about to nail this interview or this presentation in the board meeting at 3, or whatever the application is.
And if your boss is a Star Wars fan and you come with a presentation with that,
get ready for that $70,000 a year promotion.
Ooh,
boom!
You could just take them off and throw them at them at the end, like a mic drop.
Yeah,
take off your
maybe not. Maybe not.
Well, don't do that. But
maybe not.
Still,
but I'm telling you, like, if if you've got a lot of people that are getting married next summer or something.
Yeah, I kind of mad at myself. I dropped the ball. I went to 2 weddings and didn't wear any cufflinks or anything.
Are you serious?
I'm mad at myself.
Dude?
I know. I just didn't think about it. Granted, it was hot, so I was not wearing a long sleeve shirt.
That's true.
It was all outside.
But the cufflinks on your arm cuffs. Come on.
Could you put the cufflinks in your gauge hole? Like, would that work?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Dude, that'd be sick. Cause the bubble ones I have.
Yeah.
The one that pop out. Oh, those would be sick gauges. I need to talk to cufflinks. They need to make earrings.
Ooh. Well,
that's a good idea.
But we have their contact information. We know who to talk to.
Yeah. So
personal cufflinks rep.
Yeah. No, it's great stuff. Like it's really great stuff. Last year, one of the items that I reviewed was a Jedi emblem lapel pin. And that has literally been on my black denim jacket since I've recorded that video. And like without even realizing it, it's been in a really high amount of my YouTube videos, like my cover videos where I wear that jacket. And there are like so many shots where you can see it like reflecting. And I'm like, oh, there's my Jedi
and
emblem.
The back of those pins are way better than normal pins too. Like,
oh yeah, 100%. Like it's super high quality stuff. And the new stuff that they've got coming out, I'm mega pumped about.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm getting an item. One of the item that I'm getting to review is something that I would wear every day. Like, don't just think they're like, oh, I gotta get a tie. I only wear ties like 5 times a year. No. There's stuff on there.
They have good stuff
that you can wear every day.
Which I don't think they're on the website yet, right?
No. Oh no, this is what I'm talking about is brand new. It's not even out yet. I don't even have it.
You might want to wait a little bit.
Wait
a little bit before.
Anyways, the twins. Okay, so I have a confession.
Uh-oh.
I didn't. didn't absolutely love this one.
Non-disque.
I see what you're saying.
I thought, okay, so there's like it was cool. It was cool, you know. Like I think
can
it
tell
was
you the problem with the whole episode.
it was the lightsabers.
No.
Dude,
No,
the
I enjoyed the lightsaber kyber crystal thing. Like I liked it.
Dude, when he freaking slices the Star Destroyer in half and his lightsaber,
It's anime.
I know it's anime, but it's like,
but it fits with the story. It makes sense within the story.
Anime. It's
like
the
he
suit.
accidentally hit the super size me button on his lightsaber.
Yes, he did.
He used the.
I know.
It makes sense. Okay, but here's the problem. The actual problem with the story. So they broke the biggest rule in storytelling, is they told everything, they did not show everything.
Explain.
So the thing is, you don't tell, you show. And so the whole episode is them just explaining, like, yeah, once we put our kyber crystal in our suits and it will empower the ships and then it will destroy planets. And they're explaining this, like,
before they actually do it.
And it's like, she's the female twin is like saying this to the droid, like he knows this. Like, why are you talking to him?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's like so much of it is just telling the story because it doesn't.
Because they don't have enough time.
They don't have enough time, and like even like we were born of the dark side and we have a purpose, and it's just like they're saying all this stuff, but they don't really show. Like we need to discover it through them showing us. And it was just. Because of that, it's like they threw all this information in just so they could get to that final fight. And like I enjoyed the final fight thing. I thought it was cool. I like the premise of this super powerful big kyber crystal that can be used to destroy planets. Like I think it was a cool story, and how they have empowered suits that can amplify it, and how he put the little shard in his lightsaber and made it big. And like I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a very interesting
I thought it was
concept.
hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. So like the spear, like when he spears it, I was like, okay, that's sure, whatever. Like obviously it's a super powered kyber crystal, but then dude, it was so big when he was cutting through the Star Destroyer. Like he turned over and then it was just like, gosh, I don't even know what to compare it to, but it was just so over the top for me.
It kind of reminded me of like Spaceballs, kind of.
Yeah. It was comical. I was like, oh wow, okay, that's a huge lightsaber. Like
it didn't bother me that much. I understand what Jeremiah's saying. They kind of explained more than they actually gave us, but I think that has to do a lot with the timing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, we'll get to this episode next week, but with the Ninth Jedi, I guess it isn't really a spoiler, but it starts out with a narration, and so it tells a lot, and then you get into the story.
Yeah,
they could have done that with this episode, where they just did a narration at the beginning and then they told the story, and it would have made a lot more sense. It would have been a lot more enjoyable. They could have spent more time actually telling the story, or showing the story rather than telling the background details.
I will say the lightsaber color, when he puts the crystal into his hilt, is like, well, two things. One, character design, I loved it. Two,
the art style was amazing.
Yeah. Two, the kyber crystal color for his lightsaber is my favorite looking lightsaber I've ever seen. Like I loved it.
It was like a weird.
It was like purple, blue, like kind of. It was like changing colors and stuff. I loved. I don't know what it was, but I loved that. Like I loved that look. I thought it was a super super cool lightsaber color. So that might be mine if we were to ever pick.
Well, you're about to pick one, but I don't think they have that option.
No, I actually need to think about that because I don't know.
What if they made a Black Series of this thing and like the blade was like 100 feet long?
Dude, that would be sick.
Okay, it's funny. It's funny because it reminds me. You know the meme where it's like, if Star Wars lightsabers are real and Luke ignites it on Tatooine and it's like all the way in space and he's moving it around. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Except it was thick. That's all I'm gonna say. It was
huge.
It was huge. Yeah, so the premise of this story, there's these twins, they're born of the dark side. Their purpose is kind of unknown, but they're meant to be evil and do things for the Empire. and they have these Star Destroyers.
You didn't like the Star Destroyer design?
No, it looked like it looked like they looked at the Cloud City, the Cloud Cars from Bestman, and they're like, that's it. That's the design. Because like it's these 2 Star Destroyers, and then they're the inside wings are joined together, and there's this big like engine-looking vent thing. And it's like a super weapon. But I'm like, the maneuverability of that thing sucks. Well, can you imagine them trying to turn, and it's just like, boop, boop,
well, yeah, but I feel like even the normal Star Destroyer kind of sucks when it rotates.
Yeah, but
like every big ship sucks to turn.
Yeah.
Or the Titanic wouldn't crash if that was a thing. If it was able to move
R.I.P.
quick. R.I.P. Sorry.
But I thought, okay, I get it.
I thought it was fine. That didn't bother me.
When I first saw it, I was like, huh? Like, I was like, oh, okay. And then after that, I didn't have a problem with it. But
I didn't have a problem with anything in this episode, like I would with like a major plot point missing or something.
Well,
like
sure. Like if this was canon, we would have a different conversation.
I just thought I thought this one was more. This one was like more stereotypical, over the top anime for me, to the point where it was a little humorous. Like, there's no reason for a lightsaber blade to be that big,
except to cut a Star Destroyer in half.
And it has a super powerful
giant,
so it's different. So it makes sense.
I know. I know.
I thought you were gonna say it was weird how it stopped when it hit the other kyber crystal, and then it cut his sister in half.
But right, but
like,
okay,
that was
and then
a little.
he
precision cut her suit. That was how powerful he is in the Force, was that he was able to.
And yet he was getting mopped. She was mopping the floor with him.
For me, there's 2 things that took me out of this episode. And one of them is obviously like it bothered me that, like you said earlier, Jeremiah, how the droid had to have air
pod over his head,
but the humans didn't have to have air because they can breathe in space.
Yeah.
Well, they can't. They have force shields.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Easy.
But, sure. And like when I was watching this, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And then my brother-in-law, who's like huge into anime, he's like, it's anime, just don't think about it. I was like, okay, fine. But then the other thing that bothered me is he had an X-wing as he's supposed to be
the Empire,
and he has an
most
X-wing.
of their ships were white. Like if you look in the hangar, like almost all
they
of them
also
were
had
white.
I think there was an A-wing in the hangar too.
Dude,
like,
they had everything. They had like one of everything
I was like,
in there.
what is going on in here? Like,
well,
or
maybe they
had
use
like
it to like
hide,
infiltrate like rebellion, like they arrive in.
They also had like Anakin's like ship too from like episode 3.
Dude, but all white. Too. Those are sick.
I mean, sure.
I loved that.
But yeah, I was just like, why is there X-wing? Why it says R, like not R2 unit, but kind of.
Oh, I liked that droid.
Did he call him R Duo?
Yeah. R Duo, and then C. It was like C Dupe something. I don't know. It was like a play on words. It
had
for
a
each
B
of them.
wing, A wing, and a U wing. Yeah, I was just like, I'm confused. But yeah, like I understand, Andrew, where you're coming from, but I thought the concept of it, if they didn't explain it as much and they showed more of it, they had more time. I thought the concept of having these 2 Palpatine, I'm just gonna go with the theory there. They're Palpatine like clones,
bro. That's not even that close to canon, bro.
I don't, but just go with it. Like these clones, like I thought it was kind of cool concept, and me and clones. If there's clones, anything, it's always fun.
You heard it here first. Especially if it's clone Tauntauns on a cloned Tatooine.
No,
with clone Boba Fett.
Well, Boba Fett is a clone.
But it's cloneception.
He kind of got you there.
No, it's cloneception. It's a clone of a
just
clone.
Give me a trooper with Boba Fett's outfit.
So it's just the clone.
No, but it's not as skilled. You're missing the point. I'm trying to create a perfect scenario for you. Oh. And you just shot me down. It's fine.
Sorry. You confused me when you said Boba wasn't a clone. But anyway.
I didn't say he wasn't a clone.
Anywho.
Anyways, I enjoyed the story. I thought it was really cool. It seemed like there could be another one of these.
Yeah, they left it open.
They left it very open. And for me, when it said like season 1, it seems like there's certain studios that are gonna get another boot, like run at this. So it seems like there's a couple of these episodes that are gonna continue in season 2 of Visions, and if that is, like, I'm down to see what else they do with these two characters.
I need to say something right now in hopes that what happened with Kotor happens with this.
Oh, that they make a season 2 of Visions.
I need a Studio Ghibli movie. Star Wars movie.
Yes.
Just give me like 2 hours.
Me too, but
of gorgeous Studio Ghibli animation with Star Wars.
The issue is with this is Studio Ghibli's under the banner of HBO, which is under the banner of Warner Brothers, so I don't think that's possible.
I think that they've signed a deal with them,
but they're not under the same.
If any superpower in the world can make that happen, is going to be Disney.
Disney buy HBO, and then buy Warner Brothers, and then it'll be
they buy HBO. I think they buy Warner Brothers,
or buy Warner Brothers, and then they'll automatically have HBO.
Yeah.
Or whatever, how it
but
works.
then that's like a monopoly, and then at that point,
let's be real.
And then they could do DC MCU crossovers.
Okay, let's not go too far.
Yeah, see, this is opening.
Anyways, so I think I'd like to state my case here for a second. I don't want people to think that I didn't like this episode.
Oh, we all do.
Okay,
you became Jeremiah all of a sudden. But
whoa!
Shots fired. I definitely I liked it. I just thought it was comical. Because it's like
it was a little over the top for you.
Yeah, like the memes where it's like it's just the guy with the bigger sword. Like it's like this running joke where it's like, oh, Cloud sword was huge. Monster Hunter, dude, they're freaking massive.
Monster Hunter World though is like one of the best games. But
sure, but like it's like the trope. It's like all of a sudden he hits a button on his lightsaber. And it's just out of nowhere. Like, I enjoyed the story. The art was beautiful. I think it was a great dynamic between the two of them, and like I like the little lightsaber whippy things that she had.
You like that, but you didn't like his giant saber?
No, I don't know.
Saber did not bother me because the whole concept, like, of what it was supposed to be like he grabbed this big kyber crystal and shoved it in his lightsaber.
Yeah, it wasn't. His lightsaber wasn't for the lightsaber. Like it was designed for the suit. The suit was the only thing I was supposed to.
I know. I get that. I just think it's comical.
I just think it's funny that this was more comical than Tatooine Rhapsody was for you, though. And that art style is way more comical, I think.
I was more invested in the characters in Tatooine Rhapsody than I was this fair. Because they talk so much.
Is probably because of what Jeremiah was talking about.
Yeah.
If they didn't explain the story in so much detail before us actually getting the whole story of it, then maybe it would have been a better experience for you.
Yeah. And so really quickly, so DeVue Twist says the style of the twins is sick. When he froze the sun rays, that was sick. I love that. I thought that was great. And then David says, y'all just mad that they made him Starkiller. No. I'm mad that they made his lightsaber the size of California. Literally, it looked like if you took the state of California and just put it in the hilt of a lightsaber. Anyways,
dude, I don't. You're so fixated on this.
but we did get one of those moments, like the hyperspace, the Holdo maneuver moments. I love those. Those are beautiful. Yeah.
So a question though I have about. Well, first I want to say the one thing that didn't make sense was that they're supposed to be born of the dark side, but the brother is like super white and pure, or light and pure. Like it didn't make sense why he's
supposed to drift from the dark side.
Well, yeah, but when the story is promoted as twins born of the dark side, and you see this perfect Jedi basically of a brother, it didn't really.
That's the thing. That's the thing that you're like, that doesn't make any sense. Not the California-sized lightsaber.
That makes more sense because the plot explains that. That's why it works.
That's fair. Anyway, that's fair.
But I was wondering your interpretation of something when, like, when they're fighting, like there was like a out of body moment or whatever with the sister. Like, what was that? Because he's talking about like a vision he had.
Yeah, it's Force Vision.
But was that like a flashback?
No, it's Visionception. It's a vision within Star Wars visions.
I need you to explain what it actually is. Not
it's
like,
just a vision. So he had a vision of the future. Okay, so he has a vision of her literally destroying herself with the crystal, which is why he takes the crystal.
Yeah.
And then they have this like force bond moment in space
where they have a flashback, but then like
he's able to bring her into his vision and show her the danger, even though she completely disregards it. But
so
it's just like,
so in the past he had the vision, and then and then again during this he like basically invites her back into the vision.
Correct.
Do an instant replay type thing of them. So
it's
he
like
told you so.
Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Makes sense now.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else about this episode?
Okay. It was a good episode.
Chat's going so hard on Andrew.
I know. It's like I look down and Dave, just say you hate anime and be done with it. No. Like anime literally got me, and manga got me to start martial arts, which turned into a 9-year like.
So out of us three, you should not be the one that's hating on this intense graphic.
I should be hating this the most.
Exactly.
Out of all of us.
Yes, that's why I said okay. Jeremiah like, number 2. Like, does that make sense?
This is kind of like the Ewoks cartoon when Andrews thought we were gonna hate it, but we actually loved it way more than Droids.
Droids is way better than Ewoks.
Did you see, Andrew? Speaking of Droids, did you see that they're making a Black Series version of Boba Fett from Droids?
No, but that's sick.
Yeah, it literally says Droids like on the the cover art and stuff for the card, and it's just like that color of Boba Fett, but it's really cool.
That's cool.
I was like, dang, that's pretty sick.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry, everyone. My normal Andrew will be back for the other 6 episodes because I'm sure I'll love them.
Well, you haven't seen them, so.
I've seen some of them. Like I went ahead and watched a few of the.
What's the one? The droid one?
No, not yet. But I have a feeling that that's going to be my second favorite episode.
Oh wow!
Because it gives me Astro Boy vibes, and the fighting looks super dynamic too. So
it's really cool. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's a good episode. But...
All right.
Well,
move on to.
Sorry, everyone.
Our favorite.
Yeah.
Section.
Oh yes, voicemail time. Yeah, let's since I have no ability to actually speak on anything Star Wars for the rest of the night because I've destroyed the hearts and minds of all of our listeners.
You got
it. I look down to view twist. Massive kyber crystal equals massive saber blade. Not complicated. Andrew, thank you. It makes more sense now. Anyways, so yeah, that was episodes 1 through 3 of Visions. Come back next week for episodes 4 through 6. All right. You know what time it is, Drew?
It's voicemail time.
That's it.
That was a good one. You might want to clip that one.
I'm gonna take that one. All right, we made it.
Maybe what you need to do is get like 10 times of him doing this, and just put a thing together, and then have our fans in Discord vote on which one is the best, and we have that as the.
I just want that sound over the sound that he already made for it.
Oh, it'll happen. Trust me, it'll happen.
All right,
but it'll 100% happen. Okay,
we got a bunch
so
tonight.
we have 4.
Oh, I thought it was 5. But...
No, okay. It's 4. We have one from Lord Vader himself.
Ooh.
One from a relatively new listener.
Ooh.
They're not like new, but they're not like
old.
Yeah. One from David, and another one also from David. Which is a continuation of Stormtrooper Poetry. So we've got a packed voicemail segment. So let's just dive in. Let's listen to the one from Lord Vader himself.
You don't know the power of the dark side. You're listening to Empire Radio. Join the Discord. Join the fleet.
Okay, we should clip that and put
Okay.
that as our
I feel
ads.
like that means that was actually David. I feel like. Was it David?
It was Lord Vader.
It's Lord Vader, but
I don't
we
know
should
who's
clip
behind.
that. That sounded good.
I don't know
like
who is behind the mask.
Vader? True.
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like that.
I think one of our listeners.
The way he said join the Discord sounded very
I mean,
familiar.
Jeremiah, you have a way to find out if you wanted to.
That's true. I don't know why you're asking.
You just have to log into.
Yeah, I'm looking at. That.
No,
too.
don't. You can just
I'm
go.
I'm looking at our emails because we get them in our email.
But
anyways,
either way, someone should reach out to James Earl Jones though and have him actually do one for us because that'd be fire.
That would make my entire life.
Oh my gosh!
So if any of our listeners are actually related in some way to James Earl Jones,
or just know how to contact him or something,
go knock on his door, give him a cookie, and ask him to do something for you.
If he did that, I would probably cry. I would cry out there.
Oh.
Just thinking about that gives me chills. That'd be so fire. But anyways.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on.
Join the Discord.
Yes. Join the Discord.
Join the.
Let's move on to Shapster. It's SH4 PSTER. I'm just gonna assume it's Shapster or something like that.
Maybe it's William Shatner.
No. I heard a little bit of the voices.
Okay.
Or unless he's changed a lot. But anyways, let's listen.
Hey Empire Radio, I hope you're all doing well. I'm a big fan of you guys and have been listening to you guys ever since midway through your Bad Batch podcast while I'm at work, and it certainly helped me go through some hard times. Yeah. I've been going back and listening to your previous episodes and other podcasts, and I've been enjoying them very much, while also doing my best to stay up to date with the new ones. So far, probably one of my top 3 podcasts to listen to. So keep doing what y'all doing, because I'm sure one day that this podcast will get huge if it hasn't already. Also, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you guys for the Book of Boba Fett? Although I might already know Drew's answer since he's practically a simp for him. But as for me, I'd say about a 10, because I cannot wait to see Boba back in action, especially with there being rumors about flashbacks of him during the Empire era. Maybe possible Vader scenes too. Anyways, like I said, keep doing what you guys are doing, and may the Force be with you all.
Yeah.
Well, he answered mine. So.
Yeah. So first and foremost, thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
And for sending that in. It still blows me away every time. So like we hear from someone that's like, you helped me get through some things, whatever those are. Because I mean, we're just 3 dudes talking about Star Wars. Like we don't even know the most about we're not experts on Star Wars. We know a lot, but we're, like we do research, we plan, but at the end of the day, like, it's really incredible to hear those things. And so, thank you so much for saying that. For everyone who has taken the time to send in a voicemail or send us a message or whatever, and let us know, because, like, obviously what we're doing is worth it, but that's like that's like the icing on the cake.
It always
like
reminds us every time.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for that. Yeah, a 10.
Jeremiah.
I would say I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. Because like I don't know what to expect. Like
we know there's not going to be a giant lightsaber, so
you never know.
That's fair.
The brother landed on Tatooine. We see the twin sons. So they could easily just tie this in, bring it into canon.
That's fair.
It's a thing. So
leave me alone.
So that's me, but
that's what he's worried about. That's why you only gave it an 8, just in case it ties it.
So quick, Andrew, are you sure you didn't miss a voicemail?
Ooh.
There might be one from our favorite bounty hunter.
Wait, really?
We got an email from our favorite bounty hunter, saying that he sent a message. So I'm just double check while we're talking about
No way.
Boba Fett. So yes, I'm excited for Boba Fett, but I just don't know what to expect. So
yeah. It'd be cool if we get flashbacks though. That'd be interesting. We don't get a lot of flashbacks in Star Wars.
Because I wonder if it's gonna have a focus on post Return of the Jedi, or if there's gonna be a focus on before.
It seems like it's gonna be like a focus on the underground.
I think it's gonna be focused on him taking because it could be everything. It could be a focus on him between 6 and the Mandalorian, or it could be a focus on after the Mandalorian when he takes over Jabba's palace. And
I think it's gonna be after, but that would be interesting now that you say that, because that was significantly later on. Well, I guess not maybe significantly, but it was after Luke took Grogu. So that's a good point.
But I do hope there's flashbacks, because I want to know more about Boba Fett, what he did between 3 and 4. And so
it'd be cool if we get a flashback of him actually getting out of the Starlight Pit.
I think we'll definitely get that, because everyone wants to know how that happened. But I also think,
if you knew anything about Legends,
we don't, so we don't have to.
Okay,
but I'm also I wonder if they're going to somehow bring in Omega at all.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that could be.
I think that would be really cool.
It wouldn't surprise me,
because I don't know who would play her, because she'd be, let's see, 13 plus 19 plus 5.
Ooh, math.
Something like that. I don't know. I feel like someone like
Charlize
Theron could play her or something. But even
I really want to see live action Omega. That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. 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 So I'm pumped. Anything. I mean, because the series that we've been getting have been amazing, and I've got huge hopes for Ahsoka and Andor and all those things. So
yeah. And speaking of Andor, they officially wrapped up production on Andor.
Hey,
this week. So Obi-Wan is finished, Andor's finished. So we could probably be getting 2 seasons of something next week or next year of
just go ahead and get the visual effects done, please, so we can have the shows.
Yes.
If you could just get that done real quick, that would be great.
I'll talk to my guy.
Yeah.
All
okay.
Right, well,
speaking of your guy,
get our merch back. What?
Oh, what? No, what I was gonna say is we do have a message from our favorite bounty hunter. Ooh. And the reason why I missed it was because for whatever reason, the order when I was looking through them, it was nestled under one that we had already used last week. I don't know why it came, because it was out of order. So when I looked, I saw.
Did you miss it last week?
No,
because it came in on Wednesday last.
It came in because I remember seeing the email come through. Yeah. And so for whatever reason, when it went in, because normally the ones at the very top of the most recent, you go down, and I got to the one that we had last week, and then it was underneath it. Anyways, but it's here now, and
that's all that matters.
I just saved all of our lives, because if we didn't play it, Dengar would have came after us.
Yeah. So let's listen to Dengar really quick. See what he has to say.
Hello, boys. Dengar here. Listen. I've got a wizard story for you. So listen, me and Snoover, we walk into this cantina, and this Twi'leki walks up to us, and he says, Myoto Jagotodo. Well, I look at Snoover. Snoover looks at me. You never guess what Snoover said. Yeah, he did. He said, well, we laughed and laughed and laughed. You know what? And who says that Wookiees haven't got a sense of humour? Anyway, boys, I hope you found that story funny. Because, of course, if you didn't, you know what's going to happen. That's right. Dengar's gonna come looking.
Thinking my favorite.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He's so good.
That was
Dengar voice.
Woo!
Alien languages. What's the Wookiee language?
Sherwook.
Sherwook. Oh man.
So good.
This guy. Why aren't
Dengar, if you're working for someone already, you might.
If Disney, if you're listening, hire this guy right now.
And if he's already hired from Disney, give us our merch back. No, I'm just kidding.
It's actually funny. One, Dengar, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
so
it was funny.
Thank you for that. But when I was reading through, so I finished the first 2 of 3 of the War of the Bounty Hunter trilogy, the expanded universe one, and I 100% read all of Dengar's lines in that voice.
Nice.
Perfect.
So in my head, so not out loud because I can't do that as well. But yeah, I was
That's
like,
what
well,
you heard though.
now I know what he sounds like. So
That's awesome.
all right. Well, Dengar, anytime you want to leave us another story or a joke or something, you're always welcome.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now, David, you have some big shoes to fill. Are you gonna follow that one really well?
Yeah, let's listen in. Let's listen in. I can't. Gosh, it threw me off. Let's listen to a voicemail from David. You know him. You love him. Here we go.
Hello there. Welcome to David's Diner. Little Birdie told me you were trying to find the best Discord on the internet, and you know what? I happen to know the place. Just go to Instagram.com/Empire Radio Podcast, or you can go to Facebook.com/Empire Radio Podcast and click the Linktree link on both of those. It'll take you to a page that has a big Join Our Discord button that you can hit, and you'll come right in. That's how I joined. That's how you'll join, and you won't regret it. Come join the fleet. I'll see you there.
All right.
And that's how we got demonetized.
Right, when you edit, you might
Gosh.
have to cut that down a little bit.
Yeah. Nah, that was great. Very, very well said and very well produced.
Yeah.
But
David.
he made a little error though. That link tree is not on Facebook. It's only on Instagram.
Yeah.
So,
But it is on Instagram.
but there's
a link on YouTube or Facebook though.
somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's right when you click on it.
Is it still pinned to the
Still
top?
is-
Then
yeah, it's
I
pinned
guess
to the
there you
top.
go.
Hey, join the Discord on Facebook.
Face group.
Face group.
Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm tired tonight. You get your hand off of your face. Oh man. Anyways, join the Discord. I love how like some of the social media stuff that we would talk about at the end has just already been done for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, anyways, speaking of David, we've got the second episode in a series of Stormtrooper Poetry. So let's take a listen to this.
And now, Stormtrooper Poetry.
These aren't the droids we're looking for. Searching these locals can be such a bore. You can just move along. I'll be glad when you're gone. Maybe next we can inspect the cantina.
Stormtrooper Poetry.
Yes.
That was
right.
great.
All right.
Oh, there it is.
Whatever.
Wow, Jeremiah. He said whatever. I loved it. I would give that
What
a
was
solid.
it? Better or worse than the giant lightsaber from the twins?
Guys. Better.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I believe in you, David, and your poetry skills. You've got
I
it.
liked
You've got a
it. It was
future.
fun.
Yeah, it was fun. But no, I feel like I'm never gonna live that lightsaber thing down. So just gonna buckle in, prepare myself.
Prepare for those memes.
Yep, here we go. All right. Anyways, so yeah, thank you to everyone who submitted a voicemail. As always, they're very entertaining. And just so happens that if you want to submit your own voicemail and be a part of the show, or if you want to submit a voicemail, maybe you don't want to have your voice on the show, but you want us to answer a question or react to something, whatever, we'll still do that. If you go to the Empire Radio Instagram that was just mentioned in David's voicemail, you hit that link. There's actually a link there to leave a voicemail as well. So
Instagram.com/Empire Radio. Also, if you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, wherever you listen to the podcast, it's underneath the description as well. And that link is also in the description as well. So you have two ways. If you're on Spotify or like Apple Podcasts or something, you can literally click the landing page link if you want to, or just click the link.
There's no excuses.
There's no excuses. You've got multiple ways to do it. And that landing page also has all of our social media information. So if you have not connected with us on social media in any way, shape, or form, and you want to do that, that's how you need to get all that information. It's the best place. It's like a spaceport on Coruscant that can take you to all the Empire Radio planets or something. I don't know.
Okay. Nailed it.
Shooting from the hip here, everyone. So yeah, go connect with us and get pumped for more Visions content coming the next 2 weeks, and get pumped for more information on our collaboration with cufflinks.com, because more of that is coming next week. And like I said, these giveaways, I guess they're better. It's better suited to call them contests, not giveaways. They're going to be really fun.
You're going to have to work to get these.
And they're going to be really entertaining.
Yes.
So
if you guys participate.
Yeah. If you don't, it's going to be really lame. But if you do, this might, seriously, it could be some of the best
content we have
on air. So
yeah,
get hyped. Get hyped.
We don't want David to win it all. So
all right. So
what'd you say?
I'm just saying, you got to make sure you do it, because if not, David's going to win everything.
So. Yeah.
That's true.
David and Tanner are for sure going to do them all.
Maybe David should just be exempt from it.
Participating.
I'll tell you, whoever I would say Dengar is very well suited for at least one of those.
Right.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens.
Alrighty.
So before we start the show, I said I wanted to leave this episode on a cliffhanger.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So look forward to next week.
Okay, so this is the second time you've had an announcement for us that Drew and I don't know what it is.
And so this is what I want to say. So next week we are going to be covering, one of the episodes is called The Village Bride. And so my goal next week is to not only convince you that it is the best episode of Visions, but also why it might be one of the best things ever in Star Wars.
Whoa. Wow.
So if you want to know why it's one of the best things in all of Star Wars, you got to tune in next week. Mm-hmm. Listen, I'm contemplating whether I make a PowerPoint for this one. I don't know.
Wow. Holy crap.
I don't know if I'm going to have time.
Well, okay, you just said that, though. You kind of have to do it.
I look down to view twist. Jeremiah's having a baby. No, it's not that. It's not that. That would be strange. And an entertaining episode nonetheless, but wow, that's actually kind of
Andrew, have you seen The Village Bride yet?
No, but I'm gonna 100% watch it.
I'll tell you this,
I might even watch it tonight.
It's the only episode that I watched with the Japanese and subtitles on it. So
wait, what?
That's how good it was.
What the heck?
I've watched it many times. So
wow.
So that's next week. If you want to know, you got to tune in. So
sure.
I look down for Devutwa says we need a PowerPoint. Yes. David said Forest Bride isn't Star Wars. It's pure artistic legendary talent.
He said call it Forest Bride.
Yeah.
The Village Bride is the name of the episode.
Wow.
That's the second time he's made that mistake.
Wow. You're just
don't mess with my baby, okay? I'm not having a baby, but this episode is my baby. So
okay, and for everyone who's made it to the end of this episode, I have a little side caveat. No, I'm not having a child. Gosh, no, but I did watch a video today that I thought, for all of my music people out there, I thought was super interesting. It's by Charles Cornell, and he released a video, and the video was titled "The Chord That Saves Star Wars," essentially. And it talks about how he was talking about Rogue One, because Jeremiah, when you said this might be the best thing in Star Wars ever, he made the claim that, like, obviously Rogue One is the best movie that Disney has released.
Second that.
He's a Star Wars fan. And he was talking about the Vader hallway scene and how the score is leading up to that moment. They're in the key of G minor, and as the trumpets hit when he ignites his lightsaber, there's this like higher register G minor chord being played, but his lightsaber, the hum of the lightsaber is the pitch of E flat, and it makes it an E flat minor sharp, or excuse me, E flat minor flat 5 chord. Mm-hmm. Because of the pitch of his lightsaber, it blew my mind. I had never once caught that, but like having the lightsaber actually, and I don't think it was intentional on their part, but having the lightsaber be that pitch like gives a whole new, like if you actually listen to it in context with the chord, this whole new like super twisted, like dark sound to the whole soundtrack in that very moment, and it makes it more impactful. And then as he's swinging his lightsaber, it actually goes back and forth between two different pitches that are in line with the score as well.
Michael Giacchino is the composer for that.
Yeah.
And knowing him, he's smart enough to work with that. And okay, I'm not here to promote other podcasts, but Rebel Force Radio has a breakdown of the themes from Rogue One, and their deep dive into those themes and musical motifs is amazing, and it makes the movie even more better when you understand what Michael Giacchino did. So,
but the fact, I actually yelled when I was watching this video and everything came together and I heard this explanation. I actually yelled and was like, "Holy crap, this is awesome!" So loud that my wife was in the other room and she was like, "What are you talking about?" It blew my mind. The fact that the lightsaber was humming at a pitch that interacted the way that it did with the musical score is mind-blowing to me. So next time you watch that, pay attention to that scene.
I just unboxed Rogue One toys today.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, yep, on that note.
Yeah.
That's
my birthday tomorrow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, happy birthday, Smooth. The man, the myth, the smoothest.
All right. Well, there's that.
Happy birthday to our lovely host, Drew.
Jeremiah, didn't we miss your birthday?
I can neither confirm or deny when my birthday is because I don't want your attention.
Right.
So
there we go. Well,
happy birthday, Jeremiah.
Happy birthday. We don't know when it is, but happy birthday.
It was, I think it was like earlier this month. But
well,
I might have to message someone.
No, you don't.
We'll never know.
I have resources.
All right. Well, you have been listening to another smooth episode of the Empire Radio Podcast. I'm Andrew.
I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.
Always.